From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. We're back at the bar, back at Tommy Mac's Talking Business, brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, as well as the Wealth Advisory Team of Bruss Nutter in Ponte Vedra Beach. David Sillick is back from Tab Jacksonville. Stephanie Dunn from Forsyte IT Solutions is here, and so is Stacy Shewey from Hands for Life. Let's welcome the panel in. David, how you doing, my friend?
Good,
to
Tommy.
see you.
Good to see you, man.
How's Tab Jacksonville treating you?
Doing terrific. We're back to adding members and doing sample boards now that COVID's kind of in our rearview mirror.
Yep.
We're starting to build second and third boards in Jacksonville.
Nice. Well, you just paid for a big wedding, didn't you? So you got to keep it going.
I've got another one we're planning for right now in February.
All right.
It's going to be an expensive year.
Oh, yeah, but that's nothing like those memories, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. Stephanie Dunn, how are you?
Hey, good
from
to see
Forsyte
you,
IT Solutions.
Yes,
Tell
nice
us
to
about
see
Forsyte.
you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
So Forsyte IT Solutions is a managed service provider and technology consultant. So we specialize in helping organizations with their technology, with their cybersecurity, and just providing them the tools, team, and automation behind our services to
so
help
advisory, implementation, that type of thing.
Exactly.
All right. That's fantastic. How long have you been doing that for?
So I've been with Forsyte for about 4 years, and I serve as their Chief Growth Officer.
Okay, awesome. Were you always in IT before, or is that a new kind of
So I always had a love for IT. So certainly as a consultant, I did support some IT companies before Forsyte, but this is definitely my favorite job so far.
Awesome. Great to have you on board. Stacy Shewey, how are you?
Good.
From Chicago.
From Chicago.
How you doing, girl? You down here in Jacksonville now?
Yes.
How do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah?
Still defrosting. It's been 4 years, but we love it.
It gets a little cold in January, not like Chicago, but at least it gives you a little tinge of that
You can wear
cold.
your sweaters.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. All right, tell us about Hands for Life, your nonprofit.
Yeah, we're a nonprofit where it's a global nonprofit. We go and we take care of the elderly in developing nations. And the way that we do that is we pair children, orphans, with older adult orphans.
Wow.
And we establish an intergenerational campus.
Okay.
So we have an assisted living for the seniors, and then we have a home under the same roof for the children, and we have missionary parents who run the home, and the seniors get to impart their wisdom on the children, and then the children get to learn about the commandment of honoring their elders.
Wow. I know.
Incredible.
The genesis of that. How did you? Was there some experience? Were you in a foster home, or did you know? How'd you? Because that's a great niche, and there's a problem. The foster system's broken.
Yep.
What a great way to try to mend it, at least as much as you can.
Well, I was adopted, but had a great family. Have a great family, but my grandparents, we lived in an intergenerational home. Growing up. So grandma and grandpa, Italians, lived downstairs from us. I got to, didn't like what mom was making. Grandma, what are you making? So it was a great experience, and I know the value of the older generation. So
without a doubt.
I was an executive director for an assisted
ALF.
Yep.
Okay.
In a memory care community.
Oh, great.
And just that was like the hardest job on the planet. And I left there, and I just really felt this calling to make a difference in the world. And I don't know if you're aware, but we're in a global aging crisis right now, where currently 60% of the world's elderly people live in developing nations.
Really?
And by 2050, that number is going up to 80%.
Wow.
And there's no plan. Like, who's going to take care of all of them? Their governments don't have, like the assistance that we do here in this country. There's not nonprofits focusing on this. So we are a first of its kind, where we are really going, we're not just about building, like housing people, because we're going to pour into a small number, like 14 kids and 14 seniors, but we're going to have community outreach. We're going for generational change. We want the younger generation to learn that the circle, the circle of life.
Right.
Your parents
Yeah.
took care of you.
Right.
There comes a time where you need to take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I give you my phone and let you call
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. Bring them on. I'll start training them
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
My grandmother lived with us, and I really enjoyed talking to her as a kid. You know, she died when I was 17, a senior in high school. But prior to that, I mean, it was great just to. I mean, she was born in like 1904.
Yeah.
When my mother was born in 1931, I love talking to her
Yeah,
about just
my dad too.
everything. You know, it's like
Right.
such a different. But to do what you're doing, that's fantastic. That you're pairing those together because that's needed. That's needed, right? I mean, that niche is definitely needed. How
I've
can
never
people,
heard of any
No, me neither.
thing like
That's
that.
the first
Yeah.
one.
Is there
Person
You're on a
anything
show
like that?
too.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So we're very
This is
unique.
incredible.
Yeah.
And
So cool.
yeah, and
Great concept.
we have a lot of people in the senior living world that have eyes on Hands for Life to see what we're going to do, because there's no rules and regulations in developing countries, so we
Right.
can kind of do what we want. But how we are doing this to do it the right way of taking care of elders, they're looking at us to see what we can bring back here to the
Now,
United States.
how are you funded? Is
Yeah.
grants?
We are just going into our fundraising efforts right now. We have two
Okay.
projects, one in Nigeria and one in Honduras.
Okay.
And
great.
each project is about $1.2 million to get it up. So we're just starting.
Well, let's raise some money
fundraising.
out there. Let's go.
Yes.
That's what the show
Yes.
is all about. Well,
Absolutely.
congratulations and good luck.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank you.
awesome that you're doing that.
Thank
Yes.
I'm
you.
glad you
It's
shared with us
inspiring.
here
Thank
on the
you.
show. All right, Stephanie,
Yes.
future of Forsyte. What do we got going, babe?
Future
What's
Forsyte,
happening?
yes.
Growth, right?
Growth.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's all about managing cybersecurity needs.
Yep.
As you all know, it's a huge
Massive.
concern, massive, global, massive
Yep.
concern.
Those
We'll
little
have to hire you
hackers.
someday.
Right. Yes.
If we can only get
we
those
will-
hackers by the throat, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
We'll
and
take
they're
care
only
of 'em.
they're trying all kinds of new
Yep.
techniques and ways, and so it's up to companies like Forsyte to
Yep.
really go in and help organizations who
Now,
just.
how do you set yourself apart from other MSPs in your space?
A great question. So we are a Microsoft Gold partner, right? Thanks, David. So we're a
Appreciate you.
Microsoft Gold partner, and
Co-host.
we really focus on the Microsoft technology as
Okay.
the basis of supporting with our services. So we recently just won finalist for Worldwide Microsoft Security
Cool.
Partner of the Year, which is really cool. And I think it just speaks a
big.
lot to our team and what we're looking to do to help others. So we're a lot in
Right.
education systems, we're across K-12, we're across higher ed, and then government systems
Okay.
as well as commercial. So
Awesome.
so we utilize these Microsoft tools and technology, and then we build on top of that our team dedicated tools and
Okay.
technology.
Yep.
And then together you have that zero trust architecture that is just so important, because right now in cybersecurity, it used to be on premises and firewalls and all that type of thing. And,
Right.
and
Right.
now it truly is, a lot of us live in the cloud. We
Yeah.
work remotely, we
Right.
travel,
Yep.
we're logging in.
So you guys
from
are
all
mostly large enterprise, though.
so enterprise size, yes. So, we have school districts of up to 150,000
Okay.
users, that kind of thing. But then we also work on small to medium sized business organizations
Okay.
who,
Okay.
they might be 100 people,
Okay.
500
Okay.
people.
Great.
So the need is there. And so for us, it's just identifying who needs us and then seeing how we can help.
Awesome. Well, keep up the great work, both of you.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here in Jacksonville. What a great city.
Thank you. We
Living,
love it.
working,
Absolutely.
playing in Jacksonville. Is nothing better.
Absolutely.
Right,
That's
my man?
Indeed.
All right. Thank you so
All
much
right,
for being
thanks
here.
so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
that'll do it for us. Learning more and more about these great people right here in this awesome city of Jacksonville, whether it's business, whether we're doing charity work, whatever. We'll talk about it all right here on The Horse's Mouth. If you like these kind of conversations, check more out at iwanttabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe out there and be cool. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.